Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Blissfully Single Bean. I'm your homegirl Bean, and I'm your blissfully single one. Listen, guys, I don't do mukbangs often. The last mukbang I did was with my two kids, and that was at the top of the new year. It was for the new year, but I'm coming through with another mukbang simply because I love seafood and I love lobster. But there was something about preparing boiling a whole lobster and eating a whole lobster, that's really intimidating to me. So I'm like, Sabine, why not enjoy a lobster and do a mukbang about it? Maybe someone else loves lobster just as much as you, but is too afraid to handle a live lobster at the supermarket and handle cracking it all open and eating it. So that is what I'm going to do today. This is my lobster mukbang. It's not a huge lobster. This lobster is 1.5 pounds. It's actually supposed to be 4 pounds, but I boiled the two lobsters, and my children actually ended up ripping into the 4 pound lobster. Long story. Here's my lobster here. As much as I love lobster, I have a fear of the meat inside the lobster, all that other stuff about the lobster, handling a live lobster, boiling a live lobster, which I did today. Well, really, when I say which I did, it really wasn't me. I bought the live lobsters with my kids, and then my oldest son, who's 14, was the one who was brave enough to take the lobsters out of the bag and drop it into the live boiling water, which again, it wasn't as intimidating as I thought it would be. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. I already washed my hands, but on top of washing my hands, I shall disinfect, because you know these times we're living in, honey. All right, so here we go. I YouTube the hell out of this. When I say YouTube the hell out of this, how to boil a lobster's anatomy, just so that I'm not surprised or intimidated when I break into this, because usually when I make lobster, which is often, it's usually the lobster tail or the claws. It's never a whole one. So this is legit my first time going through a whole lobster by myself. And where's my Timmy? Timothy! Timmy! Can you grab me a fork? Thank you. Shut my door. A watermelon martini will be accompanying my lobster. And visit my blog at www.blissfullysinglebean.com. And it's a very simple recipe that you can find on there. All right, so let's get into this. My oldest son called it Larry the Lobster. I'm like, B Loves Life calls her Lobster's Larry the Lobster. And then my youngest son said, Mommy, that's on SpongeBob. So I don't know who's telling the truth in this situation. So the first thing to do, you have to rip the tail off. Okay. Rip the tail off. You see? Now, because I Googles everything, I'm not intimidated by this green stuff and orange stuff inside. Although Kim from Eat with Kim, she's a huge mukbanger. She's Asian, and she says the Asians consider this inside stuff as a delicacy, but I'm not terribly used to lobster like that. So yeah, I'm gonna dig that green and orange stuff out. This is obviously a male lobster, because the female lobsters have this black greenish thing inside of it. And I think it's, what did the website say, a liver or something like that. But that stuff they suggest you discard. So, child, let me tell you, I've been running around all day working on my blog. My kids wanted to spend time with me, binging on Cobra Kai. Did you guys watch Cobra Kai? Listen, if you're around my age, I'm saying from 30, no, not 35, maybe 33 to 42. I'm not going to tell you where I fall on the spectrum. All right, I'm 42, whatever. If you grew up on The Karate Kid, watch Cobra Kai, my G. What they did is they created a spin-off off The Karate Kid. And when I tell you, they bought a show that's so layered, so textured, so complicated. The way they piggy bank off of the first story to change the narrative in the second story, and the way you can't, because I felt like when I was watching The Karate Kid, when I was a kid, I knew exactly who was the villain and who wasn't the villain. I know who was the good guys, and I know who was the bad guys. Cobra Kai, you can tell. You can tell. Actually, my favorite was old boy who got kicked in his face. You know what I mean? But yeah, my kids wanted to binge watch that, and they never want to hang out with me. So I had to take time to binge that with my kids. All right, so you take the shell off. There's a little bit of sliminess. That's okay. Just wipe it off. Dad, this is a 1.5 pound lobster, and it's some meat in here, honey. So anyway, I say all this to say I didn't eat all day. This is my first meal today. I'm not gonna say if it's my first drink today. The way I prepared the lobster is I have a big old pan. They say 8 quarts of water, but I just filled my big old pan with water and I put salt in it. I put lemon juice in it along with the lemon rinds. And then I put Old Bay. Did I say salt? Old Bay, salt, and garlic salt, and a crab seasoning. So I seasoned the water pretty well. So we'll see. We'll see what this tastes like. Oh, the meat is just so white. It's white. And see, oh, I'm sorry, my mouth, my mouth is watering. This is why it pays to spend good money on lobster, because look at all this meat. Now, had I done what I usually do, or there's some green stuff in here. If I've done what I usually do, which is buy frozen lobster, the meat wouldn't be as much. Take this green stuff out. All right, I'm putting this in my butter sauce. I just did your typical clarified butter sauce. Let me see if I can show it here. A typical clarified butter sauce. Apparently what a butter sauce is you take your regular butter and you melt it, and you melt it on low heat. So you're going to melt it for a couple of minutes, and all that frostiness, you peel or strain all that frostiness off, and there you have your clarified butter. Child, you learn something new every day. All right, so my first time boiling lobster. Let's see how your girl, blissfully single being, did. It's good. It's good. Honey, the meat is so tender. You gotta clean it well. There's a lot of this green stuff in it. The meat is so tender. Lobster is intimidating, at least for me, to cook, and the price tag. Child, I'm a single mother of 2 boys. I have to watch my pennies. You know what I mean? But when I went to the grocery store today to buy the lobsters, 2 lobsters cost me $55, which to me doesn't sound that bad. You know what I mean? I was expecting it to be more. I had the one lobster that was a little bit more expensive because it was the larger one, but $55 for 2 lobsters, to me, that doesn't sound bad. Child. But I figure I work so hard. Not only am I a single mother, I'm a single mother who owns a house with a damn mortgage to pay by myself, which I'm grateful for. But at the same time, these times to treat myself, why not take it? You know what I mean? What's great about this clarified butter is that you don't have to go extra, do all this extra stuff. Just melt the butter. A pure butter sauce is everything. It's everything. Child, and I got the smaller lobster from the 2 that I bought. Imagine if I got the bigger one, because this is très satisfying. Let's see. See? Got the butter dripping. I didn't eat all day today, so this is everything I need. Well-deserved bean. Well-deserved. So ripping off the lobster tail wasn't as bad as I thought. Really, the lobster tail is the hardest part. Well, kind of the hardest part, because when you rip off the lobster tail, you get to see what's inside of here. And it doesn't look that bad. It's like a lot of green stuff. Again, I don't eat the green stuff because I'm not This is my first time eating a whole lobster by myself, so I'm not well versed in what the green stuff actually is. Some people have different arguments. Some people say it's poo. Some people say it's part of the lobster's digestive tract. I don't know, child, but until I found out, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna leave that one behind. See, the head doesn't have too much meat. The head doesn't have too much, right? Not that much. Yeah. But again, comparing to the lobsters these other mukbangers have, like B Loves Life and Eating with Kim, child, I would imagine this is much smaller because these girls, they spend some money on their seafoods. All right, so I'm gonna discard this. It was so funny. My oldest son was so gung-ho about putting the damn lobster in the pot. He did go with the first one, and the second one was the bigger one. He started taking out the bag. Damn lobster flipped on the stove. I was like, Simon, you do it. You would have thought I was in Scream Part 13 or something like that, the way I was yelling like it was a horror movie. But my brave little 14-year-old picked up that damn lobster, put it right back in that damn bowl or pot. Picked up that damn lobster, put it back in the damn pot. He's my hero. He's my hero. All right, so right now the tail had most of the meat. The head and the middle part, not so much, but we'll take what. He's my hero. All right, so right now the tail had most of the meat. The head and the middle part, not so much, but we'll take what we can get. Because we hungry. I'm hungry. This is a treat. This is a treat I can't do that often, but girl, on special days, you can. Like, I already know. I already know for New Year's Eve, New Year's is my time to reset and thank God for 2021, especially since 2020 was so trash. But it's my time to reset. So you know what? Well, no, we get 3 lobsters. We get one. Each person gets a lobster. You get a lobster. You get a lobster. Everybody get a lobster. But I gotta be strategic about when I do this because it's not cheap. It's not as expensive as I thought, but it's not cheap either. So, all right, let's get into these claws. All right, guys, so what are you guys watching? First of all, I'm mad at you guys. I'm mad at you guys simply because, look at Mr. Claw. Oh, damn it. You see that water that came out? Was I supposed to squeeze the crab after I took it out the water? Because I did not do that. That was a lot of water to come out. But yeah, guys, what are you guys watching right now? Because you know me. I stays watching the TV. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. See? There's a little bit of a little bit of sliminess. I don't eat the sliminess. I just don't do slimy. Let's like wipe that out real quick, but where's the rest of the meat, man? Okay, here we go. Where's the rest of the meat? Here we go. Here's the claw. The claw meat. Yes. All my love is here for you. Yes. But yeah, guys, what are you guys watching right now? First of all, I'm mad at all you guys. Like, you guys did not tell me that Real Housewives of Potomac was the wave. Like, really. I wasted a whole season trying to get to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we had a whole gem like Real Housewives of Potomac popping off. Girl, I am hooked. I am hooked. Let me tell you. Boom. Let me tell you. This is about a month ago. I was looking for something to watch on cable. Because it seems like you have all these platforms, but you never have anything to watch. You know what I mean? I'm looking to watch something, and I saw there was a On Demand had the whole season of Real Housewives of Potomac season 4 on it. I'm like, all right, let me give it a chance. I didn't have anything to watch. So I'm like, man, why not? Let me see what this is hitting for. So, child, I press play and I'm like, these ladies are really entertaining. Mm. I eat a lot of seafoods and I buy a lot of seafood sauces. But there's nothing like just pure butter. This pure butter, without throwing in all, the extra spices and seasoning. It's so good and pure, and it doesn't complicate things. And this is where I'm at with this butter, pure. It's pure. So anyway, child, I got to binging Real Housewives of Potomac, and I remember when it first came out a few years back. I'm like, I was already watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I didn't want to add another Real Housewives franchise. But then again, I didn't even know where Potomac was located. So I'm like, not interested. Trial, big mistake, honey. I have to say, out of the Real Housewives franchises that I am watching, Potomac, that's that chick, honey. That's that chick. My egg, because I cannot get down without my egg. And what I like most about it is the fact that I'm new to the franchise, so I don't have a favorite. These women entertain me equally, and I have equal disdain for every one of them. Child. But I will say, uh-uh. Dip it in some butter. I will say, I don't have a favorite, but the housewife I am most drawn to is Karen. Because Karen will get a bitch together and not break a sweat. Karen is not playing any of these reindeer games with Giselle. You can tell Giselle worked so hard to stir the pot, worked so hard to be the villain and keep her champagne flute. That's like, sometimes it comes off as disingenuous. But when she brings the heat towards Karen will bring that all the way back. Like, run that shit back. Shout out to Kimmy from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Run that shit all the way back. Damn it, it seems like the whole lobster's done already. Damn, you see? I paid a good $20 for you and you're done already. See, you see all this water? Next time what I have to do is make sure like I maybe squeeze the lobster to get the water out, because all this water is not cute. It's not cute. I'm still going to eat the meat, but all this water is not damn cute. I think when I was researching how to boil lobster, a website told me to, was it pinch it? Was it pinch it or something to get the excess water out? Of course, in my frenzy to get this video up, I forgot. Sorry. But yeah, as for this season, it's crazy because I think myself, like everyone else, wants to see what gets so bad between Monique and Candace that they lay hands on each other. And it's so prophetic too. Remember last season when Monique said, I will drag your ass, Candace, pregnant and all. And Candace said, well, drag me, Monique. Drag me. Damn. I think Candace got her wish. Very unfortunate. But watching now, I don't understand how the beef has escalated to the point where it got physical. But what I will say is like, not Monique, Giselle. Giselle's a puppet master. And people act like they don't see what she's doing. And Monique is all chummy with Giselle. And Giselle is pulling strings to cause all this conflict. That's what I will say. Not to say that I do not like Giselle. Giselle is a troublemaker, but she's a delightful troublemaker because she makes me laugh. But it's like, I wish these women would kind of wake up and see when they're being played. What I see is Giselle playing these women to cause conflict. And if I'm wrong, just leave it in the comments below. That's how I see it. There's nothing like a good plate of seafood after you haven't eaten all damn day. I'm pescatarian, so the only meat that I have is seafood. And coming on October, it's going to be 2 years that I'm pescatarian. And every time I go to family functions, which is often, and I don't have meat on my plate, my cousin's like, girl, you still not eating this meat thing? I do eat meat, but I just eat meat from the sea. And they always ask me, girl, what does that do for you? What does that do for your life? I can't say it does anything for me. The reason why I made the choice to only eat seafood as my source of meat is because I wasn't a big meat eater to begin with. Like, I wasn't a big chicken, beef. So I got to a point, it's like, Sabine, why are you eating this stuff when you don't eat it that often? Just stick to seafood. You love seafood. I didn't think I could make it this far, but I did. I'm very proud of myself. And it gives me a sense of discipline because sometimes I kind of feel like I'm not even in control of my life. But the fact that I could adopt this pescatarian lifestyle and stick to it, it's like, all right, girl, if you can control what you eat, maybe there's so many different things you control in your life. You know what I mean? But I tell you, ripping apart this lobster is not as intimidating as it looks. Now I got to put some real money into the real big lobsters. You know what I mean? The lobster legs, ain't no meat in there. No, thank you. Dad, that lobster went quickly. I mean, you get what you paid for, but damn. Really? What else are you guys watching? Netflix-wise, I told you, Cobra Kai. If you're my age, 42, and I look good, watch Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is like everything. It was well done. The spinoff from the Karate Kid, just well done. And guess who's one of the executive producers? None other than Will Smith. Baby. You know that's black royalty, honey. When my youngest son saw Will Smith's name on the credit, he was like, oh. And I said the same thing. Oh, child. It's Will Smith, baby. What else are we watching? What else? There was another show. P-Valley. Oh my God. P-Valley is everything to me. I got up on P-Valley so late. My homeboy, got somebody being, you didn't have me started watching P-Valley yet? I'm like, I just crossed my stars. I'm like, I'll get to it. I just didn't feel like reactivating the stars and paying them $12 a month for that, whatever. But I wish I would have gotten on it sooner. It's all right, though. I binged on P-Valley last week. It was a quick binge. You know, they don't give you as many episodes as they used to back in the day. So I think it's only 8 episodes. I binged on the last 7 episodes over the past week. And baby. P-Valley, one of my favorites right now. Whew. P-Valley, that show written by Katori Hall was, when I tell you not was, is so well written. It's like watching the show, I came to the realization that I'm sure most people did watching it, is we tend to think of strippers as one-dimensional people, and none of us are one-dimensional. I'm blissfully single being, but a single mom is not all I am. I'm so many different things. And I feel like we tend to look down at strippers and look at strippers as one-dimensional beings who take off their clothes for money or immoral beings. And that's not the case. You know what I mean? Even watching Was it the first? I think it was the first episode where you see Mercedes, who is my favorite, doing her thing, and then in the next scene, she's in church. And at first, I'm thinking, what is she doing in church? The same thing Yo sinning ass would be doing in church, blissfully single being. It's such a well done show. The season finale is tonight. Child, I gotta finish up the season so I can watch it. But it's like, well, damn. Well, damn, it's so well done. One of my favorites. Well, it sucks that it's only at 8 episodes. It's like, all right, we understand we're not back in the days when I was growing up when you got a hearty 22 episodes, but at least like 10 episodes as the base. Like, come on. A lobster finished mad quick. Thank God for my king crab legs. I got mine at the shop, right? They don't have the best. The best crab, not king crab. Yeah, king crab legs come from Uncle Giuseppe's here on Long Island. And the nearest Uncle Giuseppe is like 20 minutes away, and I did not feel like driving. I did not feel like driving 20 minutes today. I was chilling. Like I said, I came from a wedding in New Jersey, which is not far. It's about an hour away, but an hour and a half away. But I have this fear of driving over bridges. I have to drive over 2 damn bridges to get to this girl's wedding. So I was chilling. So doing anything else was out of the option. As much as I love my king crab legs, and as much as Uncle Giuseppe has the best ones, I wasn't trying to. I was not trying to take that hurt. But yeah, so P Valley, Real Housewives of Potomac are on my top. I just finished Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I can't even bring myself to watch the freaking reunion. The gang up they did on Denise fucking Richards. This shit is fucking pathetic. It's pathetic. My question is, why does Andy allow these wrinkled pussy ass bitches to go after one woman, Denise Richards, and we can't see the real shit going on in their lives? Kyle, apparently your husband stole some clients, Kyle. Apparently your husband's fucking other bitches. Although if he is, I would not blame him because that pussy looks as dry as the Sahara. Like, Kyle is not pretty. Kyle Richards is not personable. Kyle Richards is not nice. Kyle Richards is not lovely. Mauricio would have to be an idiot not to be cheating on her. Like, facts. Erica Jane is married to that old wrinkled dick guy in his 80s. Like, let's see the fallout from that. Right, Miss Erica Jane? Because Miss Erica Jane, I'm pretty sure you're not getting the sex that you want. A woman of your age is needing. Because what? Is Erica Jane what? In her late 40s? She strikes me as late 40s. You know what I mean? Married to an 80-year-old girl. You know you're not getting that back blown out like you need to get it blown out. Garcelle, Sutton, and Denise were the saving grace of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I heard a rumor that trash bag ass whore Brandy might get a diamond next season. If she does, I'm not coming back. If she's, I cannot take Brandy. And I actually used to like Brandy Granville, but she says such a liar and attention whore. No, thank you. We don't need it, and we don't want it. So really, there's not a lot to watch going right now, but there's a few gems. I wouldn't say gems. There's some stuff popping off. You know what I mean? It's not completely dire yet, you know? But yeah. It's not completely dire. This is my last egg on this tray. I got the corn on the cob, but it's going to get stuck in between my teeth and I won't be able to talk. There's something about a simple egg. That's it. A simple egg. Good, and it's filling, you know what I mean? I've always loved eggs fried, sunny side up, scrambled, boiled. All good. Everything that I like. Everything. Bigger lobster. Bigger lobster with more meat because I felt like I finished this really quickly. And I did. I finish lobster really quickly. And I feel like when I watch my other mukbangers, they're cutting and splitting and sucking. And I feel like there's a lot more meat to go around, you know what I mean? And so I need to really understand what's inside the lobster because that green stuff and orange stuff, I don't know what it is. Eating what Kim says, it's an Asian delicacy. And I like putting a lot of things in my mouth. However, that, I got to do some research because that ain't it. At least not right now. Come here. And then lastly, I love me some B Loves Life sauce. So good. I got another seafood sauce from another influencer. I'm not going to say her name because I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? To tear down, someone else. But I will say I paid about $23 for the jar. And when I got it, there wasn't a lot of sauce in it. And on top of that, the sauce was tasteless. And I was having the sauce with my youngest son, and my aunt said, "Mommy, your butter sauce tastes better than this." I'm like, "Baby, yes, it does." And I think the thing that turned me off about it is I had gotten it right after my B Loves Life sauce ran out. And just the fact that I had it for one-time use. Whereas I spent 20 something dollars on B Love's packet, and I had the sauce for months and months and months. I made a big batch of it. I used as much as I needed for that day. And then I froze it in smaller containers. Child, I had that for months. So you get a lot more for your money when you get a product that you can use over the span of the next several weeks. I say all this to say a pure butter sauce. Don't underscore a pure butter sauce for enjoying your seafood without all that extra stuff. Child, and that is it. Thank you for watching my channel, Blissfully Single Bean. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Or not like, rate, because not everyone's going to like this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And for my Beanie Pie followers, let me know if you enjoyed this mukbang. If mukbangs is not something that I should be doing, just let me know. You know y'all can keep it real with me. And if you do think that I should be doing these more, then let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Shout out to Aliyah. When I feel what I feel. Guys, have a fabulous Labor Day. Be safe, be prosperous, and I'm wishing you guys all the best. Peace until the next video. One love.